All right. Morning. Okay. Actually, I don't want to download it, but I guess I will download it. Yeah, let's download it. All right, Harlem Renaissance. First up is gonna be Daniela. Daniela, go ahead and test the mic to make sure everybody can hear you. You gotta speak louder than that. Can you guys hear her? If you need to hold it, just put it up to yourself. Just put. Could you guys hear her? Yes, no, virtual.
Not really.
All right. So what I want you to do is stand up and talk from that diaphragm, and we're gonna make sure we hear you. All right. So this is Daniela's. We're gonna start right here. All right. Daniela, it's your time. You got 1 minute. Yeah. Make sure you pull up to yeah. Which one do you want me to go to? You want to go to activist exhibit? Okay. Oh, it went to artist. Huh. Okay. Go ahead and talk to us about your activist.
Okay, so I have Charlotte Mason. She was basically a financial support for leading figures of the Harlem Renaissance.
Stop real quick. Can you guys hear her virtually?
I'm not.
No.
Okay, put a little bit closer to you. Say test, test, test. You still got to speak loud like you did a second ago. Can y'all hear her now? No? Okay. All right, I'll just repeat what you said. Throw it. All right, go ahead.
So she was basically a financial support for leading figures of the Harlem Renaissance.
All right, so Charlotte Mason was a financial support for a lot of the figures of the Harlem Renaissance. Okay, keep going.
Color Ellen Law motivates movement to get involved in the new movement.
She got involved in the new women's movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had a strong bond to promote African American culture.
And she had a strong bond to promote African American culture. Okay.
So as Locke identified talent worthy of funding, Mason provided cash.
So Locke identified people to fund, and then Mason provided the cash. So she basically paid them. Okay, cool. And who was Carl Van Zection?
Yeah, he was a white journalist with interest in African American art and life.
All right, so he was a journalist who was interested in African American art, life, and literature.
Yeah, he used his influence in the pollution world.
He used his influence to help.
Flora Neil Hurston to get work printed, and he also hand delivered Langston's first poetry manuscript.
What about Langston now?
Carl helped Langston with his first poetry manuscript.
All right, and then he helped Carl Langston Hughes with his first manuscript. That's your time, so that's good though. Okay, so good job. All right, so everybody give her a round of applause. Virtual, I want to hear you guys clap too. I want to see y'all clap. All right, so good job, Daniel. All right, next up is going to be Alex.
Okay, cool. But like, will we not go to like the artifact? Cause like,
it depends on the time. The way hers was set up, I couldn't get to it because it was a PowerPoint and it works a little different. So give me 1 second. I'm going to go to Alex.
Mine's is on CTLS.
Yep, that's where I'm pulling it from.
Okay.
Just for everybody know, I'm pulling everybody from CTLS. All right, Alex. Right here. You have 2 links here. I just opened the first one. All right, Alex. Go ahead. Tell us where to go. Tell what's up.
So I would like to present the Downheart Blues by Bessie Smith.
So which exhibit are we going to?
She's a musician.
The musician exhibit? Okay. All right, go ahead.
So so Downheart Blues was like the first album she released, and in a single month she made over $750,000, which was big at the time. And she was also known to be the Empress of Blues for her amazingly unforgettable voice. From when she was a little girl, she trained to be a blues singer, and she began touring around the well, I'm not really sure where she toured around, but I know she did in her teenage years. Two of her accomplishments was that she received both the Grammy Hall of Fame and the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. And lastly, she helped pioneer the genre of blues music and influenced the direction of American music at the time.
Okay. All right. What we're gonna do because of time, all you gotta do is present. Give me the exhibit and just present one person out of that exhibit. Okay. Just because of time. So Alex, you are good. Thank you so much, sir. All right. Good job. And try not. And if someone did a person y'all did already, pick somebody else. Everybody got me on that? I want us to learn about some different folks. All right. So we're gonna exit out of this one.
Did I do the same girl by accident or something?
So what now, bro?
Did I do the same girl on accident or something?
No, you didn't. I'm just saying now we've had 3 people go, so I don't want to hear those 3 people again.
Okay.
It's been everybody been doing something different, so that's good. All right. Next up is gonna be Larry. All right, pulling yours up now, sir. Dude, you did it totally different. Let's see how you did. Okay. So it looks like Larry did his own thing. All right, Larry, you tell us where to go. What's up?
I like to go to the musicians.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Duke Ellington was born in Washington, D.C. Uh, I'm gonna just go to my PowerPoint because it's blurry.
Okay, that's fine. Tell us about Duke Ellington.
All right, Duke Ellington was a composer. He wrote over 1,000 compositions, and one of his final performances was at Purdue University Elliott Hall of Music on March 21st, 1973. Billie Holiday was a jazz vocalist who was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. In 2000, she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Diana Ross handling the honors.
All right, so we got those. Thank you so much, sir. Give him a round of applause. So give everybody a round of applause as we go through. All right. Next up is going to be Tate. I'm pulling yours up now. So Tate is virtual. Let's try this one more time because it kind of worked early with Tate. Probably won't. but you know, I'm trying.
I'm doing Charles Alston of the artists.
Can you guys hear me? Can I hear you?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Artists. And then Charles Alston on the left. That's it. In 1958, he painted Walking, which is on the right. It was inspired by the Montgomery bus boycott. He was born in Charlotte, North Carolina, and moved to New York, where he attended high school and college. And during the Great Depression, he was a supervisor of the Works Progress Administration, where he taught young artists, including Jacob Lawrence, who's also a Harlem Renaissance artist.
So he made work that was more current, but he started, he was kind of got started in the art renaissance. All right, give him an applause, guys. Give him an applause. Can you guys hear me now? Okay. Next up is going to be Jojo. So give me a second. That was Tate. Let's go to Jojo. Okay, Jojo, you got to go back into your document, and to allow access, you got to share it. Right now it's private, so I can't open yours.
Okay. I could just screen share it if you want.
Yeah, do that too, but I need to be able to still see because I want to go through the rest of the document.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So go ahead and you can share your screen, and I'm actually going to show something for everybody. So go ahead and share your screen.
That is not the right screen. Let me see.
All right. Okay, go to where it says share. Click on where it says share. So everybody, you guys got to do this when you do these Google Docs, which is fine. You see where it says get link? Make sure you click where, wait, what happened? Yeah. Make sure she did it already, but make sure you change it to where anybody can view with the link. Everybody got me on that? If it says private, that means I'm not going to be able to see, or any of your other teachers too, okay? All right. Go ahead. You go ahead, control it now. Go ahead and do yours.
So I did Cab Calloway. His real name is like Cabell, and I thought that was a really cool name. So for his artifact, I did a baton, not because he was like a conductor or anything, but the way he did his performances, he would do a call and response with his audience. For example, like his song Heidi Ho, that was like his song he did call and response to his audience. He was a Black entertainer, he was a singer, and with the way his impressive singing skills and his scatting abilities, he won steady gigs at the Con Club, which was a really just famous club during the time. Just because of his singing skills, and like his style, like his really prominent style, he won many movie spots. Like he was a lead performer in Connie's Hot Chocolates in 1929. His lasting influence on music, he had a lasting influence on music because of his scat, jive, and vocals, and because he used vernacular from the time, like, in his music, and that was what was really impressive about him.
Cool. All right, thank you. Good job. You guys can give her a round of applause. You can go ahead and unshare your screen. So good job. All right, next up. Hey, bring me that back. All right, next up is gonna be Joshua. Let's go and bring yours up. All right, Joshua, where do you want us to go?
We can go to
Huh?
Aaron Douglas
So,
as an artist exhibit. I don't know if it'll show, but
yep. All right, Aaron Douglas. Go ahead, sir.
okay. Aaron Douglas was an important, prominent artist, illustrator in the Harlem Renaissance. He, during the 1920s, he did he did contributions to National Urban League of magazines and the crisis put on by the let me pull up PowerPoint.
What do you want me to do now?
I'm just pulling up my PowerPoint so I can see.
Okay.
His paintings were very inspirational. They were very spiritual to him, and most of the paintings were portrayed by songs, and the different colors convey different messages in his paintings.
Mm-hmm. All right, you got a couple seconds left.
That's all I really had.
Okay.
His artifact was a painting, and it was talking about. It showed it basically showed messages about freedom and things like that.
Okay.
So,
All right, good job. Give him a round of applause real quick. All right. Next up is going to be Lexi. So pull yours up. Test it.
Hello.
You have to be a little bit stronger than that.
Hello.
After they hear you.
Do you hear me? Yep.
All right, go.
Okay. I'm going to the writers exhibit.
So you want to the what exhibit?
The writers.
Okay.
Zora Neale Hurston was a novelist, playwright, folklorist, and anthropologist. She was born in 1891 in Eatonville, Florida, and moved to Harlem in 1925 at the urging of Charles S. Johnson and Elaine Locke. She published her first novel, Jonah's Gourd Vine, in 1934, and at the end of her life, she had to support herself as a maid because she wasn't making enough money. But at the beginning of her career, she won second place in a writing contest sponsored by Opportunity Magazine, which inspired Johnson and Locke to encourage her to move to Harlem. And her writing explored the courageous struggles of African Americans living in the rural South in the 1800s.
Congratulations. Good job. You're around applause. And then just pass the earbuds up. Go ahead and test the mic so they can hear you.
Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Y'all took me a year to figure this out. Hey, this is yours, yes?
Yes. No. Just kidding.
It's not yours.
No.
Oh, I can wear it.
Okay, so I'm going to the artist exhibit. Okay, and I'm talking about Selma Burke. Okay, so she was known for her sculptures, and she created the 1945 bronze plaque of Franklin D. Roosevelt, which was the model for the U.S. dime, and that's what the picture shows. For background information, she was born in North Carolina, and she found her love of sculpting in a nearby riverbed. And she liked it. She liked making small sculptures out of the clay because she found she could make something that she alone had created. And she taught at the Harlem Community Center and created a multitude of art schools that helped people express their thoughts and beliefs through art. And she helps portray the African culture to the world.
All right, good. Give her a round of applause. Good job. All right, so next up will be Miss Olivia. I'm pulling yours up now. Okay. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, Miss Olivia, it's your time. Tell me where to go.
You can go to the writers exhibit.
All right, what's up?
Can you go to Wallace Thurman?
Wallace Thurman. All right, what's up?
All right, so Wallace Thurman moved to Harlem in the 1920s. He was given Run magazine, The World Tomorrow. He wrote the novel The Blacker the Berry. The narrator of the story wanted to show off Black pride as fiercely as he could. Wallace Thurman, a novel of Negro life, which explores interracial conflicts related to skin color and infants of spring. Thurman dissected the color hierarchy of racism he had experienced. And in his novel, Infants of the Spring, he scolded the what's it called? He scolded the Black socialites who wrote for purely political purposes.
All right. Good job, young lady. Give her a round of applause. Zach, it is now your turn. Go ahead and share your screen with us. Really? I'm going to stop my share. All right, Zach, go ahead and share your screen with us. All right, let's go, bro. You got it.
So I did Paul Robeson. He was a football player, and his struggles were often by his own teammates but he still managed to get into the Football Hall of Fame after his death in 1976. He was born in 1898. He was the youngest of 5 and son of a runaway slave. He lettered 15 times in sports, including football, baseball, and track. He was a famous athlete, singer, and activist for civil rights. He headed the organization that challenged an anti-lynching law. He also asked the government this was around World War II, and he asked why the government should allow Black people to fight in the war for a government who tolerated racism.
Good job, sir. All right. Next up is going to be Alyssa. You go ahead and unshare your screen.
Which one do I do?
Just speaking to both of them. I'm not sure which one's working.
Hello? Can you guys hear me? Cool.
Yep.
All right.
All right, hold on one second, pull it up for you. All right, tell me where to go.
Actors exhibit.
To start presenting. Tell me where to go.
Actors exhibit. That's
Oh,
not.
no, actors.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
No, actors.
Oh, you want to go to actors?
Yes.
All right.
It was working when I was doing it. All right, Bill Robinson. Okay, so Bill Robinson, those were Robinson's tap shoes because he was most known for dancing, especially in his movies. And he was born in May 25th, 1878 in Virginia, and was a famous tap dancer, singer, and actor, best known for his work with other famous actor at the time, Shirley Temple. He was nicknamed Bojangles for his happy mood all the time, and he worked in show business for 49 years until he died of a heart attack on November 25th, 1949. He was the highest paid Black actor, making $2 million. He has a holiday in his honor called National Tapping Dancing Day on the day of his death. And he was put into the National Museum of Dance Hall of Fame and Mr. and Mrs. Cornelius Vanderbilt Hall of Fame, which is for dancing. And he increased pride by showing how Black people are no different from whites, especially when it comes to talent, and his film shows that.
All right, give her a round of applause. Good job. All righty, moving right along. Are y'all learning something? Are y'all learning something with this project? That's something I normally do with African studies, but I kind of said, you know, let me do it for you guys. I thought y'all would kill it, and y'all are. So it works. And y'all know the restaurant Bojangles, right? Now y'all know who's named after. You can start seeing what all these other people being named after too. All right, next up will be Kevin. You ready, Kevin?
Yeah.
All right, let me pull yours up, bro. You got two downloaded here in CTLS. Which one do you want me to open?
One of them is the exhibit directions worksheet.
All right, I got you.
The one that has the word template in it.
Got you. The one that has the word template in it.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh. All right, tell me where to go, sir.
I'm gonna go to musicians and Duke Ellington.
Going to Duke Ellington, okay?
Yeah.
My computer's lagging. Ooh, can you do Uwe Blake?
Yeah, sure. I guess.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. His talents were he was a pianist, a lyricist, and a composer of ragtime, jazz, and popular music. This artifact is one of the original copies of his music. This particular one is Thinking of You. And in 1921, he and his longtime collaborator, Noble Sizzle, wrote Shuffle Along. And it was one of the first Broadway musicals to be written and directed by African Americans. and one of his accomplishments, and well, obviously he was one of the most popular ones, and oh, I messed up. Okay, he showed them how they can rebuild their culture, and yeah.
Good job, sir. Give a round of applause. All right. Next up, 1 second. All right, I'm gonna go through the Annas. I'm just gonna get both Annas knocked out the way. Let me get Anna Defaria first. All right, and I'm downloading yours right now. Anna Defaria, we going first. All right, tell me where to go.
Artist exhibit.
Artist exhibit, okay, and which artist?
Augusta Savage.
This is Miss Savage. All right, go ahead.
She moved to New York City in the early 1920s to study art, and she got a commission to fashion a portrait bust of scholar W.E.B. Du Bois, and she also was commissioned to create a sculpture of the New York World's Fair. She became the first director of the Harlem Community Arts Center, which invited African Americans to learn about the culture through the study of fine arts. She also was a teacher whose studio was important to the careers of generations of artists who become nationally known. She worked for equal rights for African Americans in the arts. And she also was commissioned to create a sculpture for the New York World's Fair.
Good job. Good job. Give a round of applause. All right, now I'm gonna go to my next Anna. Just going in the alphabetical order the way it is in the grade book. Miss Anna Gomes, you up next. I'm pulling yours up right now. Okay, Miss Gomes, where you want me to go?
The artist exhibit.
All right, and which artist are we looking at today?
James Vanderzee.
All right, James. All right, you got it.
For the artifact, I did his photograph Q in Harlem, which is a photograph of the city and its everyday life, and it's one of the many famous photographs that captured the city at that time. He originally started taking photographs around his hometown of Lenox, Massachusetts. And as a hobby, he soon landed a job as a darkroom technician, and a few years later opened his own studio. From then on, he began to document all the local faces of the community. His work celebrates the life of emerging Black middle class, and he also composed images that reflected his clients' independence and material achievement, material comfort, characterizing the time as one of achievement, idealism, and success. His photographs portrayed Harlem in the 20s and 30s as a community that was talented, spiritual, and prosperous.
All right, good job. Thank you so much. Next up is gonna be Carl. You ready, Carl?
Yes.
All right, give me a second. All right, Carl, where you want me to go, bro?
To the musician exhibit.
Musician exhibit. All right, where we going?
Fletcher Henderson.
Fletcher Henderson. All right, go ahead, bro.
Fletcher Henderson was one of the most influential but also the least known jazz masters. He helped define most like known jazz big band sounds that we know today. Um, in 1916, he went to Atlanta University and he was a chemistry and math major and worked as a part-time laboratory job for a little bit. But then once he started getting work as a pianist, he became a full-time musician. Through the Goodman Band, Henderson's arrangement became a blueprint for the sound of the swing era. And on the right is the Sugarfoot Stomp, which is one of his most popular works that he created.
Good job. All right, give a round of applause. We got 2 more to go. All right, Lindsay, you up. Pulling yours up right now. All right, Lindsay, tell me where to go.
Go to do the activists.
Going to activists, okay?
Wait, I'm not sure if somebody did a Lilia Walker yet.
No.
Okay, yeah, then I'll do her.
Okay. Let's go.
So, I was gonna try to do a Lilia Walker from activists.
Oh, Lilia Walker. Activist. Oh my gosh, still doing that. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so she was an heiress, hostess, and patron. So her mother was really rich, and then so when she died in 1919, she inherited all her fortune and her mansion, which she called the Dark Tower. And then the Dark Tower became where she hosted a bunch of parties and became the cultural epicenter of Harlem, and she also contributed to some organizations and institutions that her mother also donated to continue helping out. And then she was pretty well known in the community and appeared in some works of a lot of literary figures of Harlem, such as Zora Hurston. Yeah.
Good job. Give her a round of applause, y'all. Okay. And then our last recitation of the day is going to be by Miss Elena. I'm pulling yours up right now. Tell me where to go.
I couldn't get the thing to work, so the one I sent you is just a slide of the artists.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just going to go on the last slide.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I chose the textile artist Louise Malay Jones, and she began her career as a textile artist. She often used traditional motifs such as flowers and leaves, as well as some plants and other objects from the Caribbean, and she was often inspired from African American imagery. Jones was championed as the International Artist Achievement of the African American Art. She taught at Howard University, instructing generations of Black artists. Some of the most popular were Martha Jackson Jarvis and the painter David C. Driscoll.
All right. Good job. Give everybody give each other a round of applause. This is some of the best presentations I have been able to encounter, so I appreciate you guys for this. So again, give yourselves another good, big round of applause. Great job. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and close this out. And what you guys are gonna do, the important thing summarizer, okay? So go ahead and open up this Nearpod. Your topic is gonna be whoever your person was. Everybody got me on that? Whoever you did, the important thing summarizer on that person as it relates to the Harlem Renaissance. Everybody got me on that? Whoever you did as it relates to the Harlem Renaissance. Go ahead and do this. Done. Versus students, once you guys get done, y'all can go ahead and log out. But what I want you guys to do is go ahead and do this important thing summarizer. The code's gonna come back up in a second. It's based off of your person and the Harlem Renaissance, okay? So it's based off your person and the Harlem Renaissance. Again, good job to all of you. I really appreciate your hard work. And you guys all be able to go to Costco and stack up on Lysol, so I'm gonna be cleaning y'all desk, so y'all don't have to worry about it, okay? I got a whole bunch of spray now. So I'm gonna use it. Let me go get some more. Because I don't trust that stuff. All right, good job, you guys. I appreciate you. The important thing summarizer based off of your person and the Harlem Renaissance. Type it, draw it, whatever you feel, way you feel comfortable.